Thank you. Call the meeting. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Okay. Fun we can have. Oh, here we are. Okay. Added agenda items. Anyone have anything? No. Hearing none. Acceptance of the minutes of October 25.
Take a motion to accept the minutes of October 25, 2023 as submitted.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Okay. Communications. I don't have it. Well, yeah. I do. Okay. J.I. tonight had a nice story about the 6 million gallons of raw sewage from Holyoke into the Connecticut River because of rain.
Flowing our way.
Connecticut River flows one way.
Making
Go
that
far.
plan.
It's not easy to name.
Well, the clock stops, so
Oh, it started again.
I
The
told you.
minute hand's going.
Yeah,
Second
clock.
hand's not.
that's what it is, okay.
Oh, my goodness. Okay,
That means
well,
I might
anyhow,
have to get a whole new clock.
there you go. 6 million gallons of raw sewage. At least that's the amount reported. In the Connecticut River, and DEP says stay away from the Connecticut River for a couple days. That's how much fun that is. Visitors, we don't have any scheduled visitors. Public participation.
Anybody's on there?
No one there.
Just this room and control room.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. That's perfectly fine. Receipt of applications. Oh, we have two. No. Yes.
Yes, we have two.
We have two with the same basic place.
Yeah, two
Gotcha.
different addresses.
And I understand.
Yeah.
I totally understand. I was at planning and zoning last night.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
understand
you
completely.
Probably understand.
I got the whole presentation. Okay. So, yes, so we have our, what? It's our first one? This year?
Yeah.
Wow.
For commercial anyways.
Yeah. Commercial, right. That's truck leasing. Okay, so just a heads up for anybody, so you understand where this is taking place. It is just east of where Mr. Dearborn has his whatchamacallit?
Mulching operation.
Mulching operation, thank you, I lost the word. Okay, and it's gonna go from Newbury Road all the way over to Craftsman Road. Two very large buildings, there's gonna be an auto body shop. And there's gonna be a service shop. That's it,
Is Dearborn closing his mulching?
no. No. All he's doing is getting rid of the cornfield
From the other side there,
and
makes sense. But we're
involved because there's gonna be sewer connections and.
Lots of sewer.
Well, no, not really. Two,
Yeah, I just wanted to find a page that.
but yeah,
But there's flow and.
but the flow will be, the calculations have all been done.
Yep, yep.
And Lenny agreed to, that's a good thing and all that, so. But yeah, we're gonna have water oil separators, so everything, including groundwater, they have to do it all.
Yeah,
Because they're building next to wetlands.
I expected the folks to dial in tonight, or zoom in tonight. They said they were planning on it.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
So here is the actual site location right here. It's gonna be an auto body building.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a service building. So that one towards you, Jim, is gonna flow up Craftsman Road,
Right.
and then this one here is gonna flow up to Newberry Road.
Now, the parking lots, they're having to get the parking lots because they're Penske truck and that's where they're gonna park their trucks.
That, I don't.
So there'll
know.
be,
Sure.
yes, they're gonna be renting trucks.
Mhm.
And then there'll be servicing trucks, and they never know how many because
Okay,
they are a huge operation. They have something like 4 million vehicles or something. I can't remember the numbers. It was just mind blowing.
They're currently up in Showham Road. I don't know if that's moving over to the new location
I
or if
don't-
that's gonna
I
be an
don't-
addition.
I don't
I
know.
think they rent up on Showham.
Yeah, they're gonna
That's the
rent here as
tradition.
well, but it could be that that's more, I'm gonna tell you, that's almost an incidental business. We're gonna be a service center
Right,
for Penske owned trucks and privately owned contracted with Penske trucks. Nobody else will be able to get in there.
I think that's kind of what they've been doing up on Showham Road, if you pay attention to what goes in and out. Up to their location
Yeah.
up there.
That's true. I believe you're correct. What they need is a bigger facility.
Right, right.
Right.
No, they're a good addition.
Their business,
Yeah.
Oh,
their
positive.
business is growing.
They've been working on this for a couple of years, so
Yeah.
it's good to kind of see something finally come to fruition here.
2025 planning and zoning approved it last night.
Oh, perfect.
They're done with planning and zoning. They've already got wetlands under control. So they're gonna move forward. They'll work out great.
And they knew it was gonna be on our meeting agenda tonight. They had contacted me about a month ago. I let them know the meeting. I gave the Zoom information this morning. I sent them a copy of the agenda.
Mhm.
I let them know that Lenny had already done his review. He was okay with everything.
Right.
I've gone over with them the FCCs, the charges. They were very appreciative of our, giving everything up in front. So,
Sure.
yeah, so I'm just kind of surprised that they didn't zoom in.
Well,
That's okay.
they might, but it may be a little late for them to explain.
Mhm.
There's not much to explain. That's the best
No,
part,
it's pretty cut and dry.
as far as we're concerned.
Right, and again, the one building on Newberry Road, in the end towards me is gonna be 11.3 EDUs. Is using 1,550 gallons a day. The building down towards you, Jim,
Mhm.
is gonna be 9.5 EDUs, which rounds up to 10. So I mean, that's,
Okay.
those EDUs are good for us because it
Yes, they are.
grows our base.
Well, and having something this size going in up there is important because it will hopefully springboard some more of that development. I mean, you've got
Good.
Mr. What's his name that did the new buildings
Oh,
up,
Wilcox, Jim.
right?
Yeah,
Now you got this on the other side, you
Right.
got, whatchamacallit down the way,
no.
Coda.
Oh, code of
Oh,
construction,
yeah.
yes.
And on the other side, Craftsman, you've got some buildings that have been done. Allied, I know they built their parking lot up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is gonna be a real good addition to advertising this.
Oh, you
area.
got somebody just past Coda too.
yeah, I think it's BB Landscaping.
Oh, is it there?
Yeah.
Still? Okay.
Well, I don't know. if
They're doing stuff, I know.
They're
that.
doing it,
There's a
like-
big berm now.
Yeah, and I think that's for more of their vehicles or storage or something or another.
Oh, okay.
Could be.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. so-
There is wetlands there, so they got.
But it's gonna be a taxable item. The more they
Oh, yeah.
develop, the more tax.
Right.
we collect.
Well, and you can make it work for you if you do it right, so,
Yes,
and we need more sewer users, so this is.
yeah,
yeah.
this is
Win-win
more.
for us.
And then in 3 years after, we'll review
Exactly.
it again and see where it really is. And that's good, yeah. Well, they don't expect a lot of tractor trailers. What they expect is a lot of tractors.
Oh, okay, just tractor, so. right, like
Because they're
the
going in for
trailer.
body work,
Okay.
which
yeah,
happens, okay, or service.
That makes sense.
Could be light bulb changes, could be oil changes, could be all kinds of things. But they're going in for service repairs. And they have a fueling station.
I will let you know that when I did speak to the lawyer, Megan, she called in regards to the FCCs and I sent her a nice table, broke everything down. And she went out of her way to thank me for the process that the WPCA does here. Fully transparent, made them aware of everything, the charges. She said, boy, this is, I like the way you guys do business. I just wanted to pass that along.
So there you go. All right, so I guess We'll probably be in a spot to receive the application.
Make a motion to receive COM 2023-001 Penske Truck Leasing Company, Newbury Road Enterprises LLC, 9 Craftsman Road, and COM 2023-002 Penske Truck Leasing Company, Newbury Road Enterprises LLC, 74 Newbury Road.
Second,
Second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
alright,
Okay, the applications are accepted. And we could move down the next one, which is approval. Nope.
Motion to approve COM 2023-001 Penske Truck Leasing Company, Newbury Road Enterprises LLC, 9 Craftsman Road, and COM 2023-002 Penske Truck Leasing Company, Newbury Road Enterprises LLC, 74 Newbury Road.
second,
And I have Len's memo here. I think it's a new package.
We have it, we
Okay.
all have it, yeah. Okay, and then, okay, so any discussion? No, we didn't read the title block, but we can pack that in there. Thank you, Laura. All in favor?
alright,
Okay, they are on their way. Press them some more, legal, oh, Lord. You estates, what a fun project that is. That's in the packet, right? You know, all that little detail, fun, all that fun stuff.
That's a discussion we had last month.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
It is, and now we have a little more detail of where we are. And what we. And do, we're gonna have to plan something. Apparently, we thought it was all a good idea once.
we thought it was a good idea, the WPCA,
Apparently, yes,
according to who?
according to the records,
Okay,
and that makes it harder. eh? Whatever, not harder, makes it more interesting, so we have. Copy of their lease, we have all that detail, lots and lots of words. And some other communications, so there you are. So it appears that we're gonna have to do all our collection through the owner.
well, then we put a lien on the owner,
And
for all the collections, we put the lien on the owner. That's. I mean, I don't know what else, where does it
he
say,
owns the property. So yes, I think it's all owner, because all our bills are going. Well, in this case, they're not.
They're not, they should.
Yes, and that may be something we're gonna have to make.
okay,
change
and I'm asking questions because I'm interested. Did you wanna go first?
No, no,
This first page too, is that the first? You mentioned where it says visitors Albert Halvey Jr. for Laurel View Estates. Is that the, when he came to our meeting here at the WPCA,
1998.
nineteen
That was
ninety-eight?
when they were beginning the project.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't believe he appeared.
no, he did not, and no action was taken. Okay, so where did we, now, the next thing I see is a letter from them telling us what's gonna happen, which.
yeah.
Okay,
Request.
yeah, well, requesting, telling is kind of the same, it's just nice words.
It's a request, you're right.
Okay, so where did we agree to that?
Well, there you go.
Did we agree to that at some point?
I wasn't here.
No, I'm saying on the records, is there any place that says that the commission met and agreed to this?
I couldn't find it. I went through the minutes.
Okay, so if the gentleman believes that there was, then he needs to prove it, not us.
But it's kind of, I'm gonna look at our wonderful attorney and go, we've been doing this for 20+ years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we were wrong.
wrong is still, you know what, the rule is that if you find out you did something wrong, correct it.
Right,
I understand it, but we did this on We've been doing this for 20 years. My only question is, do we have a? Is it gonna come back to bite us because we've been doing this for 20+ years?
Well, the problem is,
What the lawyer talked about.
That's an interesting question. I
Yeah.
guess. It's surprising that, again, maybe there's something in the record we're missing, but it's surprising that. That was accepted without any kind of.
Diligence.
Well, diligence or not, just any record of it, without any
Right.
written agreement, so.
Correct, that would not make
It's
sense.
customary, but I. Obviously,
wait, can I just ask, and this, you're gonna find I'm kind of out of the park.
Usually.
There's no contract, correct? So anything that was decided, we can't find record of it. So we as a commission tonight can make a motion to say, as of December 31, 2023, we practice the courtesy of billing the individual owners of the property at Laurel View Estates will end,
Or residents,
residents will end,
yeah,
and now Laurel View Estates LLC of Weathersfield, Connecticut would be responsible for the payment. If there's no contract, which that's now you know why I want contracts with an end date.
oh, yeah,
We have nothing that says we're obligated.
Well, in what I just gave to Mike there, it says there was no action taken at that meeting.
right,
Right,
at that meeting,
right.
because it was a future thing,
Well,
it
then
didn't exist.
you
It
know,
wasn't there, they were going to build it, then they did finally do some work. But we don't,
if there's, well.
we're not aware of a record of any kind of an agreement.
Right, and you could start with November 10th, 1998, which is where they communicate,
Right.
this was on the agenda.
Yep.
Okay, this is dated, received July 13th, 1999.
Right.
There has to be minutes that reflect that something occurred between the commission and him. If not, then his assumption that this is okay is what everybody went on. Handshakes don't count.
Right, exactly. Action has to be taken.
is this Mr. Halsey, the owner still, this shape?
I do not know that.
Well, it wouldn't matter because the Laurel View Estates is an LLC. So
I'm just-
whoever owns Laurel View Estates, unless they've changed ownership.
No, but
Just curious who's still,
Laurel View Estate still exists. They're still collecting the rent from their residents there. Or their little plots.
And it says on this letter, it says member. So are they acting as a condominium? This is all screwed up,
Possible, yes, I know,
okay?
they're homeowners.
But look how he signed this. He didn't sign this owner of Laurel View Estates. He signed it member. That's
Yeah.
his letter, not mine.
So he's a member of the LLC is what it sounds like.
And what is the LLC comprised of?
Yeah, good question.
that could be. May have been, may have been a sole membership, I have no idea, it should be available
Correct.
on the Secretary of State's
Absolutely,
website,
I'm sure it is.
we wanted to find out.
But, I mean, that's maybe what we're gonna end up with is just stating our position.
Yeah, I'm not opposed, John, I'm not opposed to the discussion. I'm in favor of doing it that way. I'm just saying. I don't wanna open ourselves up to some kind of liability just based on
Well,
proceeding methodologies that we've done.
if we did not do a contract, all Kevin did was bring what Mr. Halsey had requested to the commission.
Yes,
Nothing, Mr. Leslie stated that the landlord was responsible. See, but it was never approved by the commission, and Kevin did not have the authority to make that approval.
no, that wasn't the idea. You're correct, but
Okay,
the landowner of record is responsible for payment and billing. That's it, okay?
Right.
So that doesn't absolve Laurel View Estates of anything. It just says that's the way we do it.
no, that's what,
That was a statement,
that was the request for Mr. Halsey, not for Mr. Leslie.
correct?
So in truth, the only thing that we have here is Mr. Halsey said to Mr. Leslie, I'd like to do it this way.
Yep.
And never followed up on it. And then in July, because somebody wasn't watching the ball, This thing was received, it should have been acted on, which means it should show up if anywhere in the next few minutes of the WPCA.
At some point following that date, yeah.
Within 2 months, I would
I
imagine,
would have asked.
consider correspondence. If nothing else.
When did this initiate, I guess? When did this all start taking place?
1998, before my.
No, that's fine, I'm not, I'm
I
just
can go
asking when,
through
on the
for a couple
problem?
years worth of minutes and agendas.
no, I'm not asking, no, when did we officially start the building sequence, I guess?
1999, 2000.
Somewhere in that range,
Somebody agreed to it without agreeing.
possibly. We
Right.
don't know that yet. We have to be very cautious. However. Regardless, there's no reason why we couldn't rescind any prior agreements.
Is that correct, Mike?
Well, I would certainly think as at the bare minimum, as a courtesy to give proper notice for a transition.
Of course,
But
Yes.
yeah, I think. I would probably begin with just a thorough review of the records, make sure that we're absolutely convinced that nothing exists before proceeding. It seems like from a cursory look that there isn't one, but probably worth a little more diligence before making any firm decisions on that.
Right, and even,
Abundance of conservatism there.
right.
well, and even in the letter here, it says leases the land to the land homeowners for 35 years.
Mhm.
But they're breaking their leases and they're leaving. In other words, when you lease there, that means you're supposed to own that lease, pay that lease for 35 years.
Yeah,
There must be something in their lease.
well, we have the lease. We have a
Is it
copy,
in here?
we have a copy of their lease,
That's an old lease.
or
That's what was in
a
our-
lease at some point in time, because it doesn't have dates on it, though, does it?
It says 5-year lease with 6-year renewal, right?
Right, so it's only for the 35 years. That kind of blows that away already.
Mhm.
So after 5 years, you could walk away anyway.
So step one is to do a significant due diligence.
And then,
Yeah,
I mean, that's okay,
Put that note.
I think I know where it's gonna end up, but that isn't the point.
Right,
We're not ending up there yet,
agreed.
but one way or another,
We need to do our,
we're not doing this for anybody else at all, that I know of.
no, I think it's more like a condominium association. That's why it's called me a member. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe, but
Well, that's how you hide it, so you can work a deal
I
like
I
this.
understand what you're saying, but the key being is. We build property owners. We're not interested in anything else. The sewer service is provided to the property, not to the individual.
and I don't necessarily agree, I don't necessarily want to surprise the owner or the LLC.
Nobody,
But we just notify them based upon. An issue came to our attention. And we went back and looked at our records, we decided to rescind the agreement, or.
Right,
There's no agreement in place.
Right.
and put a new start date on it, yeah. That would be the right way to do it. I agree. You can't prorate it back and.
no, you can't go back.
We might lose out on some of these we've been chasing, but it's more important to straighten out the bigger one.
Yes, the
You're
future,
right, Steve.
the future.
But I just wanna make sure we covered our.
Well, and
Oh, yeah, okay, Timothy.
Oh, that's it. Gentlemen, that's- yeah.
so
Thanks, Ed.
I would say. We've got minutes. We should take a look at it the next 6 months.
Do we have a sense of how many dollars are involved in the rural view estates together, or maybe not? The stack of people?
I believe there's 68 properties there.
Yeah, I understand that, they're not all delinquent.
They're not all.
So I was talking about the delinquency part of it. It'd be good to have a sense of dollars there, just to get a feel for what we're talking about.
Well, my concern was with that one account. That it was, the property was sold, it didn't get paid.
Yes,
Now it's the woman that bought I guess the trailer.
Yeah.
You're responsible
Yeah.
for it all then.
well, maybe not, that's,
Well,
but the question I'm more interested in is. Do we have a number of delinquencies there?
There's some, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'd be good to know what that is in dollars. And then. It doesn't change where we're headed, but it's good to have a sense of what you're talking about, because if we get into a spot where something of that doesn't get collected for some legal reason, I'd like to know what that entails. If it entails anything, I don't know, but is that possible? That we could end up in a spot like that?
Not sure.
Okay, fair enough. An absolute answer would be absolutely wrong.
What we need to look at is look at the amount of money that is at risk right now.
Yep,
And compare it to the amount of money that might be at risk if 10 more decide not to pay.
or all of them,
Right, so
because
we
we
need
really
to,
want it to be,
right. this
done
is-
differently.
What really should be happening is Laurel Estates should be collecting it from each of their tenants.
Yeah.
Once a year and then paying us. And that's, it's as simple as that.
But
because
you're
it-
going, but remember, you're essentially rewriting their business process right at the moment.
yes, oh yeah,
But-
it can't happen instantly.
It's not, you're gonna have to work with them.
I'm not saying go, if we actually went after this, my motion, if I was to make it, would be along the lines of future.
That's fine. but you're
And
gonna-
we'd have to take a loss on the past. But for future, and
Perhaps.
that's gonna happen quicker than you think, so we need to
We
move.
we don't necessarily have to take a loss.
I don't think.
We don't know that. What it is you like to know what the risk is.
And that's what we have.
That's gut value.
Mike's here.
Okay,
And then
I think you're gonna have.
plan for moving
Right.
forward. Which may not be something we do today because we don't have
The answers or
the concrete answers we want, even though it may turn out to be exactly how it appears. There may be no record. There's no record of any action, and it never happened.
I think that'll give us a clear path forward if we feel confident about that answer.
Right. And even if there was, we'd be looking to rescind it. Yeah. Which might be a different time frame thing, but doesn't matter. The point being is, say, put the burden where it belongs. It belongs on the property owner because everybody else in this town gets billed by property owner. This should be a very unique exception. And those are usually a mistake. Yeah. So, okay, I mean, that's where we are, so we'll have to work on it. Okay,
You ready for?
oh, why not?
Good evening, Tim. Good evening, Jack.
Good evening.
Evening.
Thanks for zooming in. I'm Art. We've corresponded back and forth via email and I think on the telephone. So nice to see you, gentlemen. This is our WPCA here. Paul Anderson is the chairman, Jim Richards is the vice chairman, and Steve Smith is a member. We also have our WPCA attorney here, Mike Lanza. And then over to the side, Laura is our office manager.
All right. Well, thank you all for having us. I apologize for being a little bit late. I misread. I thought the meeting was at 7, so my apologies. But thanks again for having us. And if it's okay, I'll screen share and kind of jump into our application for Penske at 74 Newberry and 9 Craftsman Road.
We can make this a little bit easier for you because we have accepted the applications and approved it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even better.
I have a copy of your plan set right here. The board has reviewed it, explained the two different connections, so. Yeah,
Okay.
That planning and zoning last night, so I picked up on some of the things, so a lot of questions got answered quickly.
Yeah, it was, that was our second planning and zoning meeting, but, we did, go into detail to make sure that, planning and zoning was comfortable, or inland wetlands, we went into detail with them. So we really try to be as forthcoming as we can with any of the project details. So I'm glad to hear that,
Yeah.
you got all the info you
we're
needed.
very excited you decided to expand in East Windsor.
Yes,
That's where we are at and we love it, so.
that's the
thank you.
positive. Yeah, absolutely.
Very good. I guess, do you guys have any questions for us? Anything you'd like answered?
I guess my only question, when do you expect to start construction?
We're hoping to start in the spring.
Good.
I mean, that's the goal. We still, we still have to get everything lined up, but that's our ultimate goal.
Good.
Now, Tim, have I shared with you our standards and details for sanitary sewer construction?
Yes, we do
Okay.
have those. I think it was one of my staff engineers who you might have spoken with, either Rebecca Feldman or Connor Campbell. But we did get those,
Okay, good. Yeah.
the applicable ones we got onto the detail sheets in the plan set.
Yeah, because I did see you reference them on here, and you are putting in a number of manholes, oil water separators, but they're all right out of our standards and details. So our staff here at the WPCF, we will be coordinating the inspections out there. So that's, I was just kind of curious as to when you thought you might be breaking ground.
Yeah, we're hoping for a spring start. There is, as I'm sure you are aware, there's going to be a large amount of earthwork here, and this section of town is notoriously silty. So
You guys,
Right.
it depends on how the weather cooperates on when
Exactly.
we'll be ready for any of the utility connections and inspections.
well, we're ready whenever you are.
Perfect.
Okay. Very good. I guess you're gonna get a short night tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah. Very good. Well, thank you very much. And, obviously we'll be in touch if there's anything you need along the line, any formal, final approved plans or, anything signed on the land records, please let us know. And any questions that come up afterwards, feel free to reach out. We're here anytime to answer questions you have.
Okay, great. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for logging on.
I think the key will be the as-bills.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Have
you.
a
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, that worked well. Wow, that means we're ready to play public hearing.
Motion to suspend the regular hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Here we are.
Go ahead. Motion to open the public hearing for Newberry Village LLC, 3 Hickory Trail through East Windsor Scout Hall Building Committee, 336 Scantic Road.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, public hearing is now open. I'll read the notice. Town of East Windsor Water Pollution Control Authority, the Water Pollution Control Authority of the Town of East Windsor will hold a regular meeting starting at 6:30 PM on Wednesday, November 29, 2023 at the EWWPA Administration Building, 192 South Water Street, East Windsor, Connecticut. The on-site meeting is restricted to commissioners and staff. The public may participate via the remote video conferencing platform Zoom. Details to join the meeting are available on the WPCA agenda, which is posted on the town website. During this meeting, the following public hearing on the calculation and imposition of facility connection charges on the following properties will be heard. Newberry Village LLC, 3 Hickory Trail, 1 EDU, $6,500. Newberry Village LLC, 5 Hickory Trail, 1 EDU, $6,500. East Windsor Scout Hall Building Committee Incorporated, 336 Scannick Road, 1 EDU, $6,500. Copies of said proposed calculations are on file, open to public inspection at the Office of the Water Pollution Control Authority, 192 South Water Street, East Windsor, Connecticut, dated this 17th day of November 2023. Paul Anderson, Chairman, Town of East Windsor Water Pollution Control Authority. Okay. Mr. Enderly. Okay, yep,
Hickory, 3 Hickory Trail
yeah,
is a single family residence. One half of the FCC has been paid $3,250.
okay,
Newberry Village LLC, 5 Hickory Trail is another single family resident. One half of the FCC, $3,250 has been paid. East Windsor Scout Hall Building Committee Incorporated, 336 Scannick Road, is a single family residence. And that is 1 FCC, nothing has been paid yet.
okay. Play glasses for a while. Is there anyone here representing Newbury Village LLC or the East Windsor Scout Hall Building Committee Incorporated, even though I'm the president, I'll say no. Any questions?
They switched it somewhere.
Any questions?
No.
No.
I'm sorry, I was doing something else.
And yes, I realize that public hearing, we don't do that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay, no questions? Any other input needed? Available? None?
When Jim Giorgio came in with the Newbury Village applications, he said these are the final two residents of.
Really? Oh, he's way under numbered. Wow. It's approved for 99. Probably found out it's not practical. Last two. Wow. Interesting. Okay. All right, so if there's nothing else, I guess we can entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion to close public hearing for Newbury Village LLC, 3 Hickory Trail through East Windsor Scout Hall Building Committee, Inc. 336 Canaccord.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
All right.
Okay,
The regular meeting.
Second.
all in favor?
All right.
All right, we're here. Yeah. Okay, we can take action on the FTC charges.
Motion to impose the facility connection charges for Newbury Village LLC, 3 Hickory Trail through East Windsor Scout Hall Building Committee, 336 Scannick Road as published.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye. Okay. Done. So, page 2. And IT status would be the next item on the agenda.
So what I'm gonna ask is that Ed hold off on his
Okay.
IT report.
Yep.
It's been extremely well, as you know, Steve B has been out for a number of times now, he is still out. And so we've been extremely busy here trying to, we haven't really reduced our workload, it just kind of increased, because Steve is a very integral part between Ed and I and crew, so I want to give Ed a break because he's been working at it diligently. We will have a nice formal report for you in January,
That's fine.
but we've had a lot of stuff going on.
That's perfectly fine. Okay, and then we'll move us to bill sheet review. One of my favorites. Yeah, it is. Okay. So according to this, 42% of the year gone and 40% of the money. So how could we be that close? On
We tried real hard.
and yes, and look at that, and nothing is over budget. Wow. And we still have transfers to do at some point.
At some point, yes.
Yeah, I realize it may not be now.
Yep, yep.
That's okay. So. And we're overdrawn on our CIP allocation. Yeah. For that one, okay.
Yep, and it's something I'll discuss in a minute.
So, any questions on that? Okay. So if there's nothing there, we can go right to the superintendent's report.
Okay, well, I kind of let in with, you've been extremely busy, a lot going on. I know Ed and I are pretty exhausted, I know our guys are probably more so than us, but we're doing more of the mental planning, the organizing, these guys are out getting the work done. We've been extremely busy, and so I'm gonna jump into something real quickly here, I don't wanna take too much time, but we normally approve our budget in January. Or that's what I presented, like I just did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So we don't meet in December,
Right.
and then we'll have a meeting in January. So with everything that we've got going on, I've been working on the budget. I kind of work on the budget all year round. I don't just wait for this time of the year to come. So I wanted to give you a list of our planned expenditures, because about a year ago. The commission approved an extra spending for a bunch of projects. So one reason why you see the CIP, Paul, is overdrawn and I haven't done transfers yet. A lot of what we order in one fiscal year does not arrive until.
A different one.
Yeah,
I know,
so-
we're up against a supply issue.
Exactly. So what I did for you gentlemen. It's just kind of rough, but I have a pretty good idea of where I think we may end up. And Mike, if you want to do this. And so. The front page here lists our plan expenditures. Some of these had already been on the docket. Some of these are new. We've got a lot of stuff going on. So. Some are 23, some are 24. So I did not add up all of these. Because I wanted to first focus on what our current fund balances are. So as you know, we have a fund balance, which is like our operating budget, our excess, that's like $1.969 million. We have sewer assessment, which is $898,000. Then we have a capital fund, which has slightly less than $100,000 in it. So the sewer assessment, that is what we currently have, but we are due to make some transfers out of that. So that is going to get reduced. As you know, we had set balances of the fund balance not to drop below $750,000. And the sewer assessment not to fall below $500,000. So if we turn the page over. So I want you to be able to take this home and read it. I just want to kind of cover some high points first. So the sewer assessment balance has money to be transferred out. We knew about that. I planned on it. We just haven't done it yet. But when we do it, that will give us a new balance of $646,122. Still above our minimum balance, which the DCA set years back. And so now I'm going to jump into considerations for the coming budget. As I said, I'm working on a proposed budget. Put some of my thoughts down in regard to the budget preparation. And so I want to throw this out to you gentlemen. And because I'm okay with whichever way we want to go, I just want to give you some of my considerations. Well, it's a great idea to keep rates stable for long periods of time. In the long run, it ends up causing huge rate increases. I'd like it if we never could have a rate increase, but that's not possible. It's just not realistic. Okay. We've been able to complete projects using WPCF staff, realizing considerable savings. Our staff here is incredibly talented and professional. I'm amazed every time we take on one of these projects that these guys knock it out. They're extremely talented, extremely professional how they go about doing it. So again, we're only as good as the men and women that operate the container here, and that includes Laura, all the operators, our lab girl, and it also includes the commission because you're the ones who support us. And so we all strive to be good stewards of the ratepayers' money, provide a good service. This does not happen by accident. If the sewer service area sees growth, we'll be in a good position to refill our coffers. And this evening, as with Penske, that's about 20 EDUs, which that equates to over $125,000. The facility connection charges.
Oh,
okay,
for that.
yeah, for that part, right? And then we have our sewer use fees, and again, that's why the town really needs to see economic development and see growth.
Absolutely.
Okay, okay. So that's why I put the money down that we have here, and again, I listen to Jim, and I know how Jim feels about these things, and so by using fund balance and sewer assessment money to cover large expenses, we're able to keep the rate reasonable and still complete necessary projects without taking on debt. The way we do that is we fund those outside of the operating budget. Yes, which we have done in the past, and we can continue to do it in the future. So our sewer use was held at $404 for 2 budget cycles, 2020 to 2021. And then in 2022, it was increased $12 to $416, and that's been held for 2 years now.
Yep.
And so now I'm looking at 2024 budget. And we know with the high inflation supply chain issues, we've seen a drastic increase in prices and the availability of parts and equipment. So about a year ago, the WPCA approved an additional expenditure of $251,000. Because by doing that, we were avoiding the price increases, we probably saved $25,000 or $30,000.
Absolutely.
Okay. So some of that stuff we still haven't received, it's still on the way, that's why I wanted to let you know, we've got plenty of money, by the time we dole it all out and make all the transfers, we're still gonna be in fine shape. Okay, so one of my thoughts was, we're financially strong as our fund balances are above the minimums. Considering we have been able to do millions of dollars in improvements without the need to go through a complete plant upgrade, well, you're always reminding us, okay?
Yeah.
And so, our facility is gonna be 29 years old, then, it's 28 now, right? It's gonna be 29. Okay, so we're already like 9 years past where,
I know.
okay, but that's okay, I don't agree with that, I never have, it never will. But what it means is that, as I work on the budget, I'd like some direction as to where you would like to see the rate go. There's pros and cons to keeping a rate, raising it as well as keeping it stable. I don't think it can always stay stable, it's just not possible because all the other costs go up, our costs must go up as well.
Yeah, everything's gonna go up.
But I think we are in a position where we've done really good with transferring some of the costs outside of the budget. Like our CIP is not funded within the budget. It's funded outside of the budget, so
Right.
it doesn't cost them. The ratepayers save money by doing it that way. And again, where we are currently with our money, you got a bit over. What did I just say? I said that up in the front there. Yes, so we have just shy of $3 million. So we have more than 1 year's operating in the bank, which I think is really good.
Yes.
And we've been doing this now for better than 10 years.
So it's amazing.
And we manage not to spend it quicker than it comes in. And we haven't had a lot of commercial growth recently. It's been years. Okay, so if some of this stuff does actually happen, it's gonna put us in a really, really good position. So, I'm okay with either way, I mean, whatever. When it comes down to it, after I do my financials and I put it all together, it's a spreadsheet. I can just take money from here and put
Yeah, up to a point.
up to a point, right? But, so I don't know where you folks are at, I know, Jim, I know you would like to see rates stay steady.
No, actually, what I would like to see, since you said that, is we kept it steady, which is the key, so that we proved that we can operate and watch our money and behave and not overspend.
Yes.
However, the world has changed since we started that process. You're now talking a $12 increase in the fee if we did the 3%
Correct.
without any help from anywhere else. I think after hearing what other plants are charging, via Mr. Paul bringing us information
Sure.
once a month, I personally think that increasing our rate to $428 in this time and age would behoove us, because what's gonna happen is the cost of everything in the next year is still gonna go up.
Yeah.
So the value of that money, once we start stealing from that fund balance,
Right.
okay, to me, that's robbing Peter to pay Paul. You gotta give it back. It's not, but at some point, you gotta give it back.
Well, the way I look at it too, Jim, and this is where I'd like some feedback, is at what point is the WPCA in a position where if somebody was to question, why are you raising rates by $12 when you have this amount of money in the bank?
I would look at it differently.
No, see, I would,
You're talking 3%. Okay? The actual cost of living
Right.
today is up 20%.
Right.
Okay, that's a reality.
Right.
The mumbo jumbo from federal government is all garbage, because they're
Mhm.
handpicking what they count. Oh, put it all together and it's 20%. We go up 3%. That's free. That's nothing. And if you don't go up periodically,
I agree.
you fail. You won't just get behind, you will fail, because you
Mhm.
can't. we couldn't keep this facility and all its infrastructure around town functioning properly without having the funding to do it.
That's correct. And the 3%, to be honest with you, is minuscule versus what we've seen. The operations that you guys have put on. I think I don't want to say the counter argument, but the leading argument is that the upgrades that you've been able to perform for the minimal increases over the last several years versus tens of millions of dollars. Of the surrounding towns. The interest alone that you've alluded to on multiple meetings that are on the record.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Is very much. Isn't even a percentage of an incremental versus what those interest rates would be for our ratepayers. If we had to borrow 20, 30, 40 million dollars to do those upgrades versus the cost of increases that we do for the time that you guys put in with a limited crew and the staff talents that we have. They're save those that we don't have to hire outside staff in the problem. Yes, so so that $12 increase or the 3% to the ratepayers. Well, some people will be upset. My response would be if somebody came and asked me, I'm going to say, would you rather pay the interest costs over 20 or 30 years on $30 million at today's interest rates? I'm gonna say that's a no-brainer. You're saving a ton of money now.
Yeah, I'm glad.
For the life dollar a month for whatever piece of equipment we're getting. Damn, I'm starting to sound like Jim. For the time value of money, for the time value of the equipment.
And here's the reality. You're giving them, again, we've been giving real numbers for the last 4 years.
You're right, Jim, right.
Why would I want to change that process?
No, Jim, I appreciate that, but it's not lost on me how it was when I came 13 years ago.
Yeah, but you know what? We've changed that.
Yes, we have, but I haven't forgotten it.
But you changed it, and Ed changed it, and Laura changed it, and everybody in this building changed
And the crew
it.
does an excellent job of
They definitely.
this is where the planning meets the road and the dollars meet the road. So if anybody has I'm more than willing to speak with the public if there should be any.
Okay, I just want to make sure you folks are comfortable, so that as I move forward into
The
I'll do
quicker,
the budget,
right,
yeah.
and the
You do it
quicker we make the
one.
process,
Yes.
the less questions, the less opportunity we give people to say, well, what about this and what about that? This is the reality number. For our place to operate without taking from anywhere else,
exactly.
we need to raise your rate $1 a month. And don't sell it as a $12 increase, sell
No,
it
it's
as
$1 a month.
Okay.
$1 a month is,
I can't even get a cup of coffee for $1.
Right, exactly.
yeah, you can't do anything for $1 if you want.
So at this point in time, with what I've done on the budget, I'm comfortable with if we were to do that. We would still fund some of the major projects as we have out of CIP. But it would allow us we wouldn't be taking it out faster than we just put that.
Well, that's,
Which is what I find.
Right, you don't wanna change how we operate.
no,
So if we do a lousy $1 a month to our users, then we can give them the great service that they're receiving already and
Exactly.
continue to go forth to the next year.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sounds like a politician, huh? That's what we gotta do, though. We gotta tell them that's what you're getting. You're getting great service. And we do know, going to these other towns, and we see they're paying astronomical.
it's ridiculous.
But it's accepted, and it just so happens, I'll cut it short here, but in Connecticut. Ed and I have been doing a lot of research with EPA and finances and this and that, talking to these people and asking them, where's all this BLI money, all this. Whatever you wanna call it, it's not the COVID money anymore. But
No, it's the
the
other.
problem is,
money.
we get a hold of state, all the money in Connecticut gets funneled through the DEP. And they pass it through the state revolving fund program, which is at 2%. And we've asked, why can't we get some of the set asides? Connecticut doesn't do it that way. They give it all to DEP and they're able to do it through the state revolving.
Here's the reality of the state of Connecticut. Electric vehicles, Paul, but I'm gonna bring it up because the truth is 60% of the people that live in this state can't get a loan for the cost of an electric vehicle.
Exactly, right.
So if all of a sudden we switch the rules 60%, and they're the ones that really need the car because they're going to do the minimum wage job.
Exactly, right.
Okay, so we're not doing that to people. We're giving them a real number. You want to be on the sewer system, which if you own a house, this is the cost. And unlike your taxes, which are gonna go up whatever this year, we're only going up $1 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
We're
how
gonna
you
be the
talk.
bargain.
Well, I'd like to think we always have been the bargain because,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, we're giving people a very good value and we're extending the life of this plant. Real quickly, a couple of things
no
on fun here.
question.
The East Clarifier coating and the West Clarifier sandblast and East Clarifier. That's something that we took a look at last year and we realized that the concrete's 28 years old.
Yeah.
It's kind of getting pockmarked, and what happens is at some point in time, the mortar and the sand starts to release,
Yes,
and then you lose the whole.
you lose it all, right?
And so
And
we
that's
had,
an
we had
expensive
one done earlier this year for $35,000, got the other one scheduled, then we're gonna get the both of them sandblasted. If you had to build a new clarifier, you're talking minimum $2 million, never mind. All of the,
Preventive care is the key.
it always is, right, it's pretty
Always
simple,
is.
but it's not always practical.
But I have a question for that based upon that particular conversation. You can extend the life of the equipment for that tank.
Yes,
For lack of a better term in mind.
sure, yeah.
Fine.
At what point though, does it need to be replaced? Is it a 50-year lifespan?
Well, okay, yeah, they do have asset values and predictions for all this kind of stuff, but. So what we're doing right now is I like to say, there's no better time to take something out of service when it's still operating good. Rather than waiting for the catastrophic failure.
Exactly.
So this is what we've been able to do. We caught it early enough in time. So even the metal parts, which are gonna get sandblasted. Now, we took the motors and the gear cases out, we had a spare one. Put the spare one on, took the other ones out, bring them up to REM at Hartford to have them totally rebuilt.
Yep.
So, and here's one thing that Ed and I have realized, we've been doing this a long time. The stuff you buy today is nowhere nearly as good as the stuff you bought 20 years ago.
That's it.
The castings,
Yeah,
thickness.
all of it.
So we're big believers and I've always have been, I like old cars and like old things for building things. Okay, so that's what we're doing. I mean, the body's good, it's just the insides need metallized.
Everything is built to break, and unless you're gonna fix it yourself, you're gonna pay to fix it. If you're fixing it yourself, that's why DIY is taken off.
Well, exactly, yeah.
And we've been doing it here as a business practice.
Exactly, right.
Okay, so to clarify, okay, we're coating the inside. Cause
The
that's
concrete,
the
that's correct.
major, that's the major, what about the outside?
The outside does not get affected. The reason we're coating the inside,
Really? I
when
thought
the water
concrete-
comes into the tank, when
I
it
understand
flows
that.
outside of the tank,
Yes,
that's where the erosion occurs.
okay,
And
but I'm thinking about concrete in general. Concrete is not permanent.
no, it's not
Nothing's
permanent, it does have a life expectancy.
I don't even know what that would be, okay, and I'm not talking spreadsheet expectancies, I'm talking
Right,
reality.
reality, right, yeah.
Of the concrete that's here on the outside. Is that something that would need some kind of future maintenance?
I do not think so, and the reason I say that,
Okay.
when they were having the trouble with that asphalt plant out in Ashford or whatever. The concrete plant with the,
Oh, yes,
Rand sent somebody here who was one of the guys who's going around checking foundations. He came here and spent a day and checked all our concrete.
Mhm.
Said he saw no issues whatsoever, because
Yes.
we don't know where our concrete came from.
no, I understand that, I appreciate that. It's just that I don't think concrete lasts forever regardless, so
It
it's
doesn't
some,
last forever.
what then? What kind of a prediction would we have, because then you're talking major upgrades.
That's kind of where I'm,
Okay,
that's
At
where.
some point, you're gonna hit a wall and you're gonna,
What is that point?
and it may be pretty far down the road.
well, I do think it's pretty far down the road, Paul, and in my
Okay.
professional opinion. I do not see this facility needing an upgrade. Other than say a catastrophic failure of concrete.
Something we
Okay.
don't know about, yeah.
Or the DEEP instituting new permit limits, which could happen tomorrow. But there's no other reason why we need, we haven't not taken care of the equipment.
No.
We haven't already rebuilt. 8 or 10 functions. So this is what I'm saying. I mean, I don't envision. I'm gonna say, even with the concrete pole, I'm gonna say, I don't think within the next 20 years you're gonna have any concerns.
Okay.
The outside.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a reasonable answer.
Well, and that's why you don't rob your other funds.
Right,
You need to save that because at some point in time, you might have to take out a loan.
okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One thing we need, I think we need to clarify is those tanks hold 500,000 gallons at
Yes.
one time.
Yeah,
But the parts that are getting worn is only the overflow from the weir on the bit that runs out. So you're coating a 3-foot wide by 3-foot deep section that runs around the head.
okay, not the
The
entire.
whole
Oh, no,
inside,
no,
we
no.
go in twice a year. It's
Oh, okay.
fundamentally like it was 30 years
You'd
ago.
be amazed at
Okay,
what
good.
that little flow of water
That's-
does.
no,
Yeah.
no,
It's constantly running.
That's
Oh.
the erosion.
That's like, it's like a stream
Okay.
running through it all the time.
Fair enough.
And my concern is,
It's a good those are
the
good
question
questions.
is. Structurally, if I live another 30 years in town. Am I gonna be on the hook to, am I gonna be on the hook to replace it?
$100 million.
I'm not worried about these two, but my tax is gonna go right through the,
Ed, do we have any concrete here that existed back in 19?
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking, right?
our final contact tank
Yeah,
was built in 1969.
Okay,
When they did the 2 upgrades, 84 and 93, they added on a little to it.
but they didn't.
We just did a little bit of a coating on it 5 or 6 years
Yeah,
ago.
that was like
But
$50,000.
it's from 1969, and the concrete specialist who do parking garages
Yeah.
said this is worth saving. There's nothing wrong with
Okay,
it.
okay,
okay.
that's kind
So
of my
that's a
question.
good example.
Is there gonna be a 5, 10, 20
Yeah.
million dollar hit?
Our-
15 years, within the next 15 years?
Our digesters are
Oh.
concrete, those are
Vintage, yeah.
1969.
Think
Yeah.
something like that too, unless there's an earthquake which causes a crack,
Exactly, that's right.
would be something that you would notice ahead of time.
Mhm.
And you probably have a year or two of planning
Yeah.
to deal
You
with.
would
probably fix
see it coming.
Right,
oh, yeah. fix
even if
instead
it's
of
a
replace.
major thing.
Yeah,
And again,
Okay.
this is why I say, if we have real numbers, we never lie to the people.
We're not.
And don't take it from somewhere else. This is what it really costs.
Right,
Then you can explain that kind of cost. to
correct.
That's why I say they use 50 years for concrete. For a life expectancy as asset value.
Yeah,
That's what I'm going by, but again, we have stuff here that's over 50 years old.
right,
We have sewer lines that are almost 100 years old, but I mean, that's what they're gonna. If you look it up in the asset value, it's gonna be 50 years on concrete.
Right,
And so I'm saying we've got at least 20 more years.
Okay,
good.
good.
So hopefully that answers your question, Steve.
yeah, I just don't wanna be on the hook and down it.
You just wanna be here with the, you put the hard on, you get the shovel.
Wait till he moves to Boston and he finds out that's not the way they do things.
Well, I wanna make sure the folks down the road aren't, we have,
You're right.
we have the assets, we have the monetary assets
Oh, yeah.
to cover that.
And I meant 428, not 422, 428.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. I got you. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's the number I'm looking at,
Not the
unless
particular
something
one.
major changes, I'm hoping we'll come up with that. right now.
That's good. That gives me the.
That's a sellable,
Thank
it's
you.
reasonable.
I got it. Okay, that sounds very reasonable. Okay.
The only
Anything
other
else?
question I had, I don't know if you wanna think about a budget workshop. Before the January meeting, or you wanna, I'll prepare in, give you what I have at the January meeting, and then if we need to prepare. We can review it,
Take a shot at the January meeting. Let's see
Okay.
what happens.
Yeah,
because I think the last couple. of
Unless
years-
our agenda mushrooms because there's so much new development.
yeah.
Yeah, we think we could be, should be so lucky,
With
right?
the budget workshop, while I appreciate everything you
want that
always
term.
do, Art. To me, it's more of a, show us what you got
It's all fun.
and tell us the rate, because to
I
me, that's
appreciate
what,
that, Jim.
everything else is wonderful. But that's what we're really after.
And I don't care.
You know, the thing is, this is 2.2 million. It's not my money. I'm spending somebody else's money.
Yes, exactly.
And I never forget that every day I see people come up and talk to this lady. And what are they doing? They're paying their bills, and I'm aware of that every single time. So I wanna make sure that, you know, they're getting good value, and that you always say, is that enough? Do you have enough to do what you need to
I
do?
was gonna say, you've given them more value when they're gonna pay the 428, because I'm sure we're gonna get close to that number.
We are now.
Okay, When they pay that, they're getting $600 worth of value.
Without a doubt.
Easily, easily, or more.
Okay,
Okay,
so I don't, you don't sell yourself short when you got a good product. You got a good product.
Figure out how much.
I
it
think
costs
the
them.
prediction was,
For South Windsor.
I think within the next couple of years, we would have been at 800.
oh, I have the figures, Paul.
You
Yeah, I
can't-
remember.
Exactly
You
right.
gotta run it as clean as you
And
can,
that was ridiculous, we're not going.
and the way you
No,
guys
we-
do it in-house.
We're the anomaly though. I don't know why other
Yes.
plants, but I think it's because the state pushes you to borrow that money. They call it the golden rule.
Yeah,
I call it the fool's gold.
you
Call
got
the
it,
carrot out in front of you,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
and then we own you.
Every 20 years,
That's
you build
right.
a new plant, build a new plant.
We'll
build
do
a new
what we
plant.
say because it's our money.
When they convince taxpayers of it, and when the taxpayers get convinced of it. That's why I use the electric cars as the example.
Exactly.
Good idea. But how do you don't have the infrastructure for it. And
Exactly.
even worse, how does the average Joe afford it? I've looked at the cost
Oh
of
my
an
God.
electric car.
Yeah,
I went to borrow money to get a used car recently, which are all 15,000 for the
Oh,
most
it's
part.
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
you're right.
They want your car plus your beat up car plus $3,000. Well, the average Joe making minimum wage,
Right. No,
who's
it's not
living
gonna happen.
paycheck to paycheck, guess what he ain't got?
No.
Yeah.
Are
So,
you kidding? He's
If
got
the
credit
state-
card payments.
I'll tell you
that's
what,
they
if the
got.
state came out with a program tomorrow and said, look, we'll give you a loan. You can have 5 years on it, pay $200 a month for an electric car. I would take advantage of that,
Exactly, sure.
even if it was a 10,
I
20%
understand,
interest.
Yeah, you're right. It's
But
not-
the way it's set up now,
It's not affordable.
the only ones that can afford it are people that got money.
Exactly.
And why would they buy that when they can afford to buy that charger that they like, maybe 70, 60, So, excuse me, I didn't mean to go off, but I think it's awesome.
So. Okay, I suppose, well, go ahead.
One more thing, Paul, you called me on Monday to talk about the equipment.
No,
So I talked to the guys and,
Yeah.
yes, our sewer work is not scheduled until April. What they're doing is they're land clearing,
Okay,
clearing all the trees out of the way for
Gotcha.
when they straighten out that.
gotcha, fine, this is prep work,
That's all that it is.
Okay. so it's still springtime.
Still,
Should we? Being proactive. Should we somehow, because people are gonna ask, what is that heavy equipment doing down there? I'm just asking if we should have any involvement in it or not,
And trying to get something out to our public.
yeah,
I don't see, we can put something on our webpage, right?
I know, wait a minute, I got. Oh, no, we don't send out bills in January. Whatever.
Oh, you know, no,
Website's
You
fine,
know what we can do, when we did Pleasant Street with the sewer relining, we had the town put something, with that little banner. Yeah, I'll put something together and let people know that the activity at Styles Bridge is in preparation for.
and please send me a copy,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
thank you.
Are you getting email now?
Yeah.
Oh, you are, okay, because I've seen they've been working at the library. I didn't know if you.
that's.
No, that was when I forget when I was there, what was that, I think you were closed, for some reason I went to the library that week.
Oh, you
Oh,
mean the other
where
library,
I was
don't
going.
say the library. I take offense.
oh, I mean the Broadbrook Library.
Oh, you're not a library, that Broadbrook Library is an historical, unique spot that everyone should visit to find out about the history of East Windsor.
Translation, that's the spot where Jim plants his plot.
I'm aware of that, believe me.
And they got a lovely new ramp with a roof over it.
That looks nice, that came out nice.
Oh, wait till it's done. We're
Oh, it's not done yet?
We're waiting for the framing and electrical inspection so we can finish the job.
Oh, it looks
Which
nice.
is happening Friday,
Is that Camp who did that?
yes.
He did a nice job, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching it go up. as I go
I had
by.
John Lauershell do the electrical,
Oh, nice, nice.
so it's got lighting
Mhm.
up the ramp, right, with motion detectors at both ends. So when you go near it, the lights will come on for 15 minutes.
Now, did the town pay for that or did?
Don't pay for it, don't pay for anything, it's not their place, it's our building, we have to pay for it.
Town only provides small amounts to both libraries
No, I wouldn't say that exactly,
and relative to their. own
yeah, maybe, but. No, the library has to pay for it,
Oh, okay.
pretty painful, but.
Oh,
you
sure
gotta
it
do
is, yeah.
But safety is number one.
Yeah,
But
well,
they're a 501c, so if you know anybody that would like to donate to the Broadbrook Library, what's your PO box, Paul?
We accept 94 Broadbrook, we accept donations in amounts from 5,000 to,
Oh, nothing less than that? Okay.
But if you're
No.
looking for a tax write-off,
that little roof is a $15,000 project,
Oh, I believe it.
but it's done.
It's done right. It was
Oh, you
done.
won't believe it when it's done. It's gonna have copper, well, there's
gonna be
copper
nice.
flashing, and there's
you know,
gonna
the
be
side
some other
there,
stuff
they put it-
coated with copper.
they put the
All
ramp
wood
up,
will be
see the ramp?
completely sealed, no
The,
painting required ever.
Wheelchair.
It's a
ramp.
start.
It's
And then
built,
underneath,
And then they.
the
put
rafters
roof
is
over
all
the
gonna be
outside,
enclosed.
That's something you'll be able to use in the next
It's-
2 years.
Gonna be done 100%. Because that's what we need, something that's, it's, you know, the shingles on it are 50-year shingles and they match the shingles on the roof and it all melt. It all has to be done
Nobody will play.
because everything's gotta be done for the long term. Same thing is here. You gotta think far enough ahead. I want something that's gonna last long enough to make it worth an
Worth it,
investment.
right, exactly.
Because it's gonna cost you a lot of money no matter what you do. So
You're
if
right
you,
about that.
a few more dollars cleans it up for a long, long time. That has nothing to do with this meeting, but it is an interesting subject. So,
Okay.
yeah, so we know what's going on with style. So they are the spring, that's fine. Which means about the time they're done with Main Street, Broadway.
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
They'll be able to send all the traffic that way.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
So it's gonna be fun. Okay. And the water company project, by the way, is gonna continue for quite some more time. The progress is a lot slower than we anticipated.
So things supposed to be done in October. isn't it?
September 15 was the end date, with the road complete. Okay, and they're not even in the ballpark. So they got weeks more of
Yeah.
just connecting buildings.
Mhm.
I mean, they did one today. These are all old.
Oh, yeah.
It's an old section of town. They had one today. They had 7 guys standing around the hall because something wasn't right. They spent all day on one house connection. From 7 to 3. Because it was a problem. Now they have to do what they have to do because it has to work. That's an obligation. This is really turned into a project way beyond what was considered. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the water company postponed other projects because of the expense here.
It's kind of
Oh,
a
I
shame
wouldn't
what's
say-
going on.
It is, but the end result will be a good thing,
Yeah, it's
Right,
just gonna be
right.
painful to get there.
but
But-
it's painful.
Here's a situation where the people that are using Connecticut water. And the ratepayers end up paying for things that take too long.
Oh, yeah,
For everything.
Right,
pay for everything,
so
that's right.
that's
Yes.
why I say, what we run here,
My $1,000 a year for water is contributed,
Mhm.
what it cost me,
let's just think what mine is.
not fun. But whatever, that's how it is, but I'm glad they're doing it. The water pressure is a little better.
Yeah.
It's the same water,
Yeah. Exactly. That's an easy chance.
they didn't give us new water.
It's not lavender scented.
Well, I don't know where's the bubble.
No,
Like,
good,
yeah, I thought it
really,
was gonna
come
be
on.
like Perrier or something, but I guess not. But no, it's fine, and they're doing a good job with what they're getting done, I'll say this about the. They don't seem to be cutting any corners,
Mhm.
but it's taking longer than originally anticipated.
That's a busy
But
road
I'm
for you.
not, well, that's only part of it, you know, it's a busy road. But you got pipes that have been in the ground for
Oh.
88 years.
I guarantee it's a lot like the Opera House when Tom went to renovate it.
Yeah,
And the town didn't have any plans for
they
it.
got nothing, exactly, well, the
Yeah,
water
but getting
company didn't
somebody
know where their pipes were.
No,
They were cutting both sides of the road trying to find
trying to
them,
find it, yeah.
and that's a problem. But now it's all gonna be up to date and they'll have real plans, as built will come out and they'll know what's going on. For the future, but whatever, and they've got other towns they have to do it.
Oh, yeah, Connecticut water.
They got a whole schedule, 10 years worth, that they know of. It's over $1 million a year. Well, this $1.1 million project is probably turning into 2+. It's gonna hurt their budget, but the point is the job will get done correctly. That's number one. 'Cause that's all new fire hydrants, everything had to be upgraded. And all the shut offs are all replaced. And on and on and on, and it's a tough one, yep. And of course, they got DOT rules to live with too,
Oh, yeah, I see DOT out there every day.
and
Oh, yeah, it's just, it's a mess.
they
yeah.
can't start before 7, they can't work past 3.
Yeah.
Because that's the busiest time on the road, so naturally you're gonna interfere with all traffic.
Sometimes red dies after those.
But then
hours.
where else can you do it? You gotta do it in daytime, yeah,
Well, we know with that on North Road,
so, yeah.
with DOT.
So we
Exactly.
don't have any transfers?
We
Not
do
yet.
No, so something's wrong with our motions.
Yeah,
Motion to adjourn.
second.
All in favor?
Alright.
Okay. And by the way, PCC had a motion to adjourn last night, and they wanted to know if there's any discussion.